further that we have a rotten judicial system. We actually intend as the National Unity Platform to write to the Judicial Service Commission to investigate the character and conduct of the Chief Justice Owinyidoro, because he ashamed the judicial system and such character should be investigated. The most honorable thing that I would expect Chief Justice Owinyidoro to do is to resign. If he still takes his honor seriously, if he still takes morality seriously, if he still respects the law, the most honorable thing he can do and should do is to resign. Kati mu Luganda. Yeah, maybe on this same note, I want to join the world to send heartfelt condolences to the people of Tanzania and the people of the East African community and Africans at large for having lost President John Pombe Magufuli of Tanzania, and also to use this opportunity to request all of us leaders and citizens of this world and human beings to take into consideration the kind of legacy that we leave, well knowing that we're all mortal, we will live someday, but it's important what they remember us as, what they remember of us, what we do and make our fellow human beings go through while we still live, knowing that we shall not live forever.
Tugende maaso President.
Ashraf, sigala malimbo kati gobera wano bano ba diverting wansi abagala okuyita okupambuka.
Okay. Ngabe twabategeeza bannaffe bannayuganda bannaffe mwena gye muli nti omusango gwe twali twawaaba ogw'okubba obululu n'okulinnyirira eddoboozi ly'abannayuganda mu kkooti ensukulumu twagujjayo olw'enneeyisa n'ebigambo bya Ssaabalamuzi w'ekkooti enkulu eya Uganda, Chief Justice Owinyidoro, eyalagirawo nti alina kyekubira, eyalagirawo nti yeetagoberera amateeka wabula agoberera biragiro bya Mwami Museveni by'abamuwadde. Bangi baatuvumirira nga kwotadde bannabyabufuzi ne Uganda Law Society yennyini, naye kya mukisa mulungi nti amazima ge bafubye ennyo okulwanyisa okulaba tegavaayo, amazima oluvannyuma lwa byonna gejeeyo, obutagoberera amateeka n'obwannakyemalira obutali Justice Mwami Museveni wabula ebitongole byonna byonna nga mutwalidde n'ekitongole kiramuzi bwalabise. Ssaabalamuzi w'ekkooti enkulu n'atuuka n'okuwamba fayiro y'omulamuzi omulala mu kkooti ensukulumu kubanga tayagala amazima gogerebwe. Kirungi nnyo nti omulamuzi Kisaakye yavuddeyo n'ayogera amazima, n'avaayo n'ayogera nti kyali kikyamu kkooti ensukulumu ogaana obujulizi bwaffe ng'ate obujulizi bw'abalala baabukkiriza. N'avaayo n'akakasa n'ensi nti mu butuufu okulonda okwo kwali mu bukyamu era Mwami Museveni si alina okubeera pulezidenti wa Uganda omutuufu. So nga bwe tubadde nga tubagamba nti wadde ekitongole kiramuzi ky'omu butuufu kyavunda era nga nakikulembera yennyini Ssaabalamuzi Owinyidoro tagoberera amateeka, naye kizaamu essuubi okulaba ti abalamuzi bonna namujinga teyabalya, ti ekitongole kiramuzi kikyalimuko wakyaliyo essuubi eri abo abagoberera amateeka n'abo abassa ekitiibwa mu kirayiro kye bakuba nga beegatta ku balamuzi ab'ekkooti ensukulumu. Era tubayozaayoza tubeebaza olw'okuyimirira ku mateeka, ensonga lwaki tukyagenda mu kkooti kubanga tulina essuubi nti ekkooti ekitiibwa kyayo n'okusala amazima tusobola okubikomyawo wano mu Uganda. So kirungi nti bannayuganda mwerabiddeko, kirungi nti mwalabye nti Ssaabalamuzi abadde akolera Mwami Museveni okutuulira amazima, kirungi nti mwamulabyeko yayongedde okwerabisa ng'awamba n'okuwamba fayiro ya mulamuzi munne okulaba ng'atuulira amazima. N'olw'ensonga eyo tetwali bakyamu, twali batuufu okujja omusango mu kkooti ya Mwami Owinyidoro kubanga bannayuganda baali tebasobola kufunayo bwenkanya. Pozi mbeera y'emu njagala n'okubagiza abaganda baffe Abatanzania, ba East African Community members bannaffe n'Abafirika bonna okwetoola Ssemazinga Africa olw'okufiibwako President John Pombe Magufuli owa Tanzania. Era okukozesa omukisa guno okubajjukiza bonna abakulembeze nti byonna by'okola engeri gy'obeeramu mu bulamu bwo ng'okyali ku nsi kuno osaana ojjukire ti olunaku lujja kukya nga tokyali mulamu, toli wanjawulo naawe oli muntu ng'abalala. So fuba nnyo okussa omwoyo ku ngeri gy'onojjukirwamu, engeri gye wayisaamu bantu banno, engeri gye wakozesa obuyinza, n'alinnya ki ly'ogenda okuleka ng'omaze okuva ku nsi eno. President Magufuli awummule emirembe.
Kuzona kyoyogedde ku NUP okuwandikira Judicial Service Commission
nga NUP tuteekateeka okuwandiikira ekitongole ekya Judicial Service Commission nga tubasaba okunoonyereza n'okuba ttooki mu neeyisa ya Ssaabalamuzi Owiny Dollo, kuba ffe tulowooza nti yalinyiridde ekirayiro kye yakuba nga Ssaabalamuzi, yaliddemu olukwe amateeka era nga tasaanye kubeera Ssaabalamuzi. Ekikolwa eky'ekitiibwa kyayinza okukola kwe kulekulira mu kitiibwa, kubanga yavumiridde era yalinyiridde obwesige n'ekitiibwa ekya Ssaabalamuzi bwa Uganda. Tasaana kuba Ssaabalamuzi era kyandibadde kirungi n'alekulira. Tugenda kuwandikira Judicial Service Commission tubasabe batunule mu neeyisa n'enkola ya Owiny Dollo era bwe kiba kisoboka bamusindikirize alekulire. First of all, we don't say the court has confirmed Mr. Museveni. We say Owiny Dollo and a few obviously biased justices of the Supreme Court confirmed General Museveni. But going by the ruling of Justice Kisaakye, it is clear that this election was null and void. It is clear that the Supreme Court was abused. It is clear that Mr. Museveni, using the Chief Justice Owiny Dollo, used illegality to arm twist the Supreme Court of Uganda. And therefore, we still do not recognize General Museveni because the court did not go through the due process, because it was clearly acting on biased grounds. We have painted a way forward already for our people. We took that matter from the Supreme Court, which is presided over by Owiny Dollo, and took the case back to the court of the people. That means that the people are called upon to evoke Article 3 and Article 29 of the Constitution to make sure that they restore constitutionalism in Uganda, which is clearly overthrown by General Museveni. Oluvanyuma lwa byonna ebyabaddewo, ffe tetukitwala nti ekooti enkunsukulumu yakakasiza mwami Museveni. Tukitwala nti mwami Owiny Dollo n'abalamuzi abamu ab'ekooti ensukulumu ensi yonna beeraba nti babadde ne kyekubira be bakakasiza mwami Museveni. N'ekyamukisa nti mu kooti yennyini ensukulumu omulamuzi Kisaakye yasazeewo mu bugubi obw'ekika ekyawaggulu, yasazeewo okuwa ensala entuufu n'okwogera amazima ago ge baadde bagezaako okutuulira, n'alaga nti okulonda kuno kwali mu bukyamu era mwami Museveni talina kubeera pulezidenti. Era twongera okutegeeza bannayuganda nti agonno ge mazima ge tubadde nga tubagamba. Bwe twajjayo omusango guno kyali kitegeeza nti kooti tegenda gusala kuba mwami Owiny Dollo era tajja kusala mazima. Omusango guno twaguzza dda mu kooti ey'abantu, era abantu ne tubasaba bakozese akawaayiro namba 3 n'akawaayiro namba 29 obwa ssemateeka obubawa obuyinza n'amaanyi okusala omusango mu ngeri eyaabwe ne bawakanya enfuga etagoberera amateeka, era ekyo kye kiddako.
The chairman, Electoral Commission, is saying you go on calling yourself a elected president, and he's worried. What is your word for this chairperson?
The Electoral Commission chairperson is right to be worried because he has no factual grounds, and we have factual grounds. We have said that we won this election, the 2021 election, by 54.19%, and we don't take it back. We can back it up with the facts, and the fact that our evidence was blocked by the Supreme Court wrongly and illegally attests to our claim. So the Electoral Commission chairperson has every reason to worry because we have the facts and he does not have the facts. He lied to the people of Uganda and to himself that Museveni won, and yet I won the election. We won the election with 54.19%. Ssentebe w'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda okweraliikirira kubanga twagulira eggwanga amazima nti twawangula kituufu mutuufu okweraliikirira kubanga bye yayogera tebyesigamye ku mazima neffe bye twategeeza eggwanga byesigamye ku mazima era tulina n'obukakafu tulina ne evidence nti twawangula. Kiddamu kitegeeza Uganda nti Museveni twesimbawo naye ne muwangula mu kuvuganya kw'obwa pulezidenti bwa Uganda n'ebitundu 54 n'obutundutundu 19 ku buli 100. Kitegeeza nti si ye pulezidenti omutuufu wa Uganda newankubadde mwami byabakama n'amagye bakozesa obumenyi bw'amateeka ne balangirira Museveni. Ekyo tetukizaayo kitwayogera kye kituufu era Museveni ffe tutumurecognizinga.
Honorable Kyagulanyi, you reiterate your win many times. Now that we know that you say you won the elections, swearing in is just a few days, if not months away. What's your plan?
Well, our plan is not limited to swearing in. Our plan goes as far as complete liberation of the people of Uganda, complete restoration of constitutional rule, complete restoration of the rule of law. We are taking every legal step. All steps that we've been taking and continue to take are legal. Not that we don't know that there are illegal options, but we are people that believe in the rule of law. We are peaceful and non-violent people, and that is why we are pursuing only legal and peaceful means. We have taken various steps from going to court to now calling for peaceful legal protests, and we shall continue to take all legal avenues to ensure that ultimately we secure our liberation as a nation. This was not only about swearing in, it was a complete turn from illegality to legality.
Are you going to get sworn in too?
It is not only about swearing in. We are taking all steps to liberate ourselves. Of course, it all ends with swearing in by various leaders, but it is not the first or second step. It comes at its right step.
Looking at you want to go for that? On that.
Chibuze nawe mu Luganda.
Mwanyanza kyabuuliza.
Chibuze lwaki okiitula?
Bagenda kulayiza.
Ensonga enkulu si yakundayiza oba kwerayiza ng'omuntu. Ekigendererwa kyaffe kununulira ddala Uganda kulabe nti tekikoma kulonda kokka twalonda naye mulaba bwe bayisaamu okulonda. So ne bwe nalayira era tumanyi kye bajja okukola ki okweyisaamu. Tutuula ne bannaffe ne tusalawo buli step gye tusalawo tumala giteesaako ne tugikubaganyaako ebirowoozo ne tugamba kakino kye tuba tukola. Naye nga buli kye tukola tumekinga sure kiri mu mateeka ate nga kiri mu buntu bulamu.
Otunulira looking at the drama that ensued in Supreme Court yesterday and the ruling of Justice Kisaakye, how does that change? How does that change your plans in the court to which you have gone, public court? What does that kind of ruling add to your petition to the public court?
Thank you very much. Looking at the drama and overall exposure of the impunity in the Supreme Court, that does not change our course. It does not change our plans. It only confirms what we've been saying, that there is no justice in the justice system, especially where Mr. Museveni is concerned. We have been telling people that yes, we always go to the judiciary because that's the legal avenue. However, the Supreme Court under the Chief Justice Mr. Winyidoro is completely under the pocket of General Museveni. So what happened yesterday is a further confirmation, and we thank God for always coming in to cover where we cannot cover. We could not use our own energy or our own influence to show the people the truth. What happened there was an act of God to confirm that regardless of what the dictators do using all state machinations, God is always powerful, and he has a way of bringing facts to the front. The Chief Justice had been used certainly to legitimize Museveni's grip on power, to legitimize the fraudulent election that just took place on the 14th of January. But God used Justice Kisaakye to speak truth to power. We know that it must have cost her a lot of confidence and bravery, and we salute her. But at least what happened yesterday exposes further and gives people more reason to believe that they are on their own, that they are the last court. Like we've been saying, that at the end of the day, after everything is said and done, the people of Uganda will have the last say in matters of their destiny. And that time is now, no other time.
Honorable, according to
ekyabaddewo ku kooti jo tekikyusa lugendo lwaffe, wabula kituyamba okwongera okukakasa eggwanga kye tubadde nga tubagamba nti bannayuganda kati bali ku lwabwe, obwenkanya tebagenda bufuna mu kooti nsukulumu. Naddala Mwai Museveni waali nga naye muwawaabirwa. Bakirabye nti Mwai Museveni ng'akozesa Ssaabalamuzi yakwata ekkooti n'agimalamu ekitiibwa kyonna kyonna, era olunaku lw'eggulo kwe kwabadde okweyambula okwabadde kusigaddeyo nga Ssaabalamuzi w'ekkooti enkulu alina okuba nga yakulira abalamuzi, yakulira amateeka n'enfuga ey'amateeka. Yalaze obusiifufu bw'empisa bwe yawambye fayiro ey'omu ku balamuzi nga mu bumenyi bw'amateeka, era nga bwe twategeeza tugenda kwandikira ekitongole ekironda abalamuzi ekya Judicial Service Commission okulaba nga banoonyereza ku neeyisa ya Ssaabalamuzi, n'ekyayongedde okulaga bannayuganda tibali ku lwabwe, era kyonna kyonna kye baagala kigenda kuva mu bo, so si mu bitongole bino ebirala ebyawambibwa Museveni.
We are seeing a petition moving on social media to the ICC. Are you part of this petition?
We filed a petition with the International Criminal Court against General Museveni, and now we amended it to involve his son, who has presided over the abductions and murder and torture of hundreds of Ugandans. So yes, we filed a petition. I've not seen the one on social media, but I mean, it would be a good thing to see many more petitions filed against these criminals.
When did you file?
We filed this petition quite a while ago during the campaigns, but we instructed our international lawyers to amend it and also include General Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, the commander of SFC, which SFC is responsible for the abduction and murder of very many Ugandans, which is actually still ongoing.
Is it the one including the list of people who are missing?
Certainly. Yeah.
By counsel? Who is your lawyer there?
Bro Safran. Yeah.
Okay. Uganda.
Chibuze nawe mu Uganda.
What would the petition ICC ngoyagala?
Twawabadda omusango mu kooti y'ensi yonna, naye twalongoseza mu bulongosa mu mpaaba yaffe. Ennongoosa wano gye baatugaana, naye twasobodde okulongosaamu mu mpaaba yaffe, mu mpaaba yaffe ne twongerako ku be twawabidde, ne twongerako General Kyagulanyi Ssentamu ngono yakulira amagye ga SFC, ate ng'ago ge gavunaanyizibwa ku kuwamba abantu baffe abali mu bikumi, okubatta, okubatulugunya n'okukwata abakazi nga bali mu buwambe.
What's your perception of the What's your perception of the ruling of the main ruling of the matter on the withdrawal, where you're not awarded costs?
Well, I would say that the court really was not in position, to make a substantial ruling, especially after rejecting our evidence, after rejecting our amendment to our petition. Yet all these steps were within the law, and indeed the same opportunities had been availed to previous petitioners. But most importantly, what we got out of that court as the people of Uganda is a confirmation that the Supreme Court is, has been taken over by General Museveni. Clearly, we got that confirmation, and that is what I see as a benefit for the people of Uganda. A constant, yet another confirmation that they are on their own.
According to what transpired yesterday when they were reading the judgment, the judge mentioned that you've been opening up attacks in the media on the court, which showed that at least they have issues with you and the NU. And we know that many of the candidates who were standing on NUP ticket, some of them resorted to go to court. Do you expect anything if you hear such statements from the judges themselves?
We didn't go to the courts of justice to get favors. We go to the courts to get justice, and we don't have to have any personal relationships with the justices or the judges of the courts to get justice. Justice should be availed for all Ugandans that go seeking for it. So for the justices of the Supreme Court to go personal, that is yet another exposure for them. We took this petition to the Supreme Court not for our own benefit, but for the benefit of Ugandan democracy, for the benefit of the people of Uganda, for the millions upon millions that turned out to cast their vote on election day. They needed justice. And what Mr. Winyidoro and his fellow justices did was not only to hurt us or to hurt the people of Uganda, but it was also hurting and shaming the entire judiciary, because Mr. Winyidoro presides over the judiciary, and what he does is a reflection of the image of the judiciary. And I must also add that what Justice Kisaakye did was not again for herself, it was for the judiciary. At least it in a way saved to a certain extent the image of the judiciary. Now we know that not all is lost within the judiciary. We know that there are some noble judicial officers that are willing, regardless of the intimidation and the bribery and the coercion, that are willing to stand by the Constitution and to stand by their judicial oath.
My last one. It is the question I asked
You've
you.
asked 10 last ones.
No, my last one. It is the question I asked you on Monday. Your MPs are going to get sworn in May. They are going to Parliament. The Parliament is going to have a speaker. And currently we are seeing MPs, your MPs, no, they are taking sides. That for me, Mtimu Kadaga, Mtimu Walanya, Mtimu Semuju. What is NUP's stand on the speakership? Are you bringing a candidate? Are you going to support the already people who have shown interest? What is NUP doing? And what message are you giving to your MPs who have already come out to show sides?
Once again, I'll tell you that speaker talk right now is diversionary. I would rather major on majors and minor on minors, especially at certain times. We are at a time where all Ugandan cameras need to shine a light on a grave inconsistency in the Supreme Court. This is the highest court of the land. And I would rather we give all attention to this matter because it is very grave and because it is of grave importance. You know, that some members have already shown sides. That is not the official position of the party. And we always sit down as party to come up with statements on various issues. But as of now, I'd rather major on the major. We have a Supreme Court here that has been exposed, and there's been every effort to divert the eyes and minds of the people of Uganda from this. And I insist that we focus on this to ensure that all people of Uganda see the Supreme Court for what it is, see the Chief Justice for what he is, looking at what he says or does. And if we give importance to this, we'll find that it answers all these other questions. I mean, this is you driving me to the parliament, which is another arm of government, when we have the judiciary, which is clearly messed up. So let's focus on where the focus should be.
So in the future, will you meet over the same in the future?
We'll meet you and give you our thought in future, but we have now to deal with.
So Muluganda,
Change them Muluganda. It's just them.
What are your words to Justice Kisaakye and then the other justices who were ordered by Justice Owinidoro not to go back to court, and then he ordered for the switching off of microphones so that she doesn't read her statement, and then electricity, and then they had to close the tent that was being used as court. What are your words to Justice Kisaakye and then the other, I think there are seven? Yeah, the other 7 justices, the 8 justices, who fear to come back to court to listen to her ruling?
To Justice Kisaakye, I can only salute her. You know, everything that is being done around us is to drum it down the minds of the people of Uganda that they are not protected by the law, that those that have guns can do anything they want. What Justice Kisaakye did is another, upliftment of hope for the people of Uganda. We thank her because what she did is far-reaching. It communicates to us that not all is lost in the judiciary. It communicates to us that indeed there are some noble judicial officers that will stand by the law. So we salute her, and we want her to know that she communicated to so many other judicial officers. Maybe she is going to be a big source of inspiration for future judicial officers. I mean, we've had some judicial officers like the great late Ben Chiwanuka, who paid the ultimate price for standing by their judicial oath. We salute her and tell her that even amidst a spoiled world, we can still have good people. Now, to those other justices that were intimidated by the Chief Justice, that were ordered to do illegal things, that were given illegal orders and they went by them, we tell them that you signed and swore to stand by the law, not by any individual. And the law will be there long after those so-called powerful people are gone. So your honor is more important. Your credibility is more important than the, short-lived security or benefits that come with bending the law and denying the people of Uganda justice. At least Justice Kisaakye knows that she will be celebrated throughout her life or even after her life. We salute her. Yeah. Mu Luganda kyensobola okugamba omulamuzi Kisaakye nti kye yakoze teyakikoze ku lulwe, wabula yakikoledde Uganda yonna, era yatusindikidde obubaka nti wadde tulina ekitongole ekiramuzi ekifugibwa Mwami Museveni ekitalina ddembe, naye yatutegeezezza mu bikolwa bye n'ebigambo bye nti si buli kimu nti olwedde tukifiiriddwa. Yatulaze nti tukyalinayo essuubi mu kitongole ekiramuzi. Tumwebaza era tumutendereza. Mpozi n'abalala abagondedde ebiragiro ebimenya amateeka nga bibaweebwa Ssaabalamuzi Owinyi Dollo, tubategeeza nti baalayira kugondera amateeka so si kugondera muntu. Bo ng'abalamuzi be balina okuvaako essuubi lyaffe. So twebaza omulamuzi Kisaakye olw'otuwa essuubi ne bano abalamuzi abaamenya amateeka oba abawuliriza ebiragiro ebimenya amateeka ng'ate balamuzi. Okubajjukiza nti amateeka weegali gajja kubeerawo emyaka mingi nga n'abo ababafugise mundu bamaze okubawo. So kiba kikulu nnyo nnyo bo ng'abalamuzi ogoberera amateeka. Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala.